Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my first round recap of the San Internal Classical Championship. It doesn't say there, but let me just this and this. I think like this is fine. It's the 23-24 edition, which is the first edition ever that I'm participating in, also that exists. And yeah, I will be doing the recap. If I'm not wrong, it is a total of 6 rounds. The first one having started in uh, was it that? It was in February 16th of 2024. It was like 8 months ago. Um, Later this year, I believe it's still in this year. I will end the recaps of this tournament, and I will start of the 24-25 edition. But anyways, let's just. Oh, and yeah, before we start, I just have to come here and show you guys. If you guys are been watching every video, you will know that I went to another chess tournament last week, technically, because when I'm recording this, yeah, it was last week. Why am I wearing a hat, you ask? I have no idea. But hey, and this time I actually did very well in the tournament. Where am I? Here. Yeah, as you may notice, I was down 30 points of elo. Actually, there was no miscalculating in the FIDE system. The guy just got 0 elo because he went up, down 1400. So here am I. I don't know why I clicked here, because here it shows nothing. I actually should have clicked here. As you can see, I started at 81st place and finished 61st place, which from probably 90 players is very decent. Observation that I'm like 1400, and there were a lot of better plays. I got, if I'm not wrong, 3.5 points out of 8 games, which is very good. I got 3 wins, 1 draw, and 4 losses against opponents that were very good. They were better than me. Except this guy that was 0 elo, as you can see, 1660, 1626. Another guy that had 0. Here I lost, and I lost. But it was a very good tournament. So good that I actually made back what I lost it from FIDE rating. So here you can see I got a 234.48 plus elo, which will which it will be a little bit less than what I lost. But I don't just here it's just some those are just some crazy stuff. And now I'm showcasing to you guys some pictures of the tournament of me playing, probably with my insane and immaculate grip. Oh, and here is another tournament that I'm gonna be participating this weekend. Where am I? I'm here with my old elo. By some reason, I don't know why. This one is gonna be a little bit weird. It's not even leveled up here. I don't know why, but there are some good players. 1FM. There are some 1600s, 1500s, 1400s, including me, but like a lot of people are unrated, and I mean, I will try to get some wins. There are a lot of kids which are in the 0 elo rating stage, so they probably suck. Do they suck? I mean, I guess we'll have to find out. But anyways, that was it. Let's now get into chess. Let me just see if no, this is not good at all. Check this out. Now, it's fine. The board and the stuff, it's still recording. Very nice. Let me just take this off. And this also, as I said, it was on February 16th of 2024. 8 months ago, roughly, I would say. I was playing with the black pieces against Jorge Carrillo. Now, who is Jorge Carrillo? Well, Jorge Carrillo is, and I will say this, one of the most wacky persons that I've ever met. As a chess player, he is very, very normal, but actually he's a little, let's say, wacky. Don't say other things. Let's stop the game. He opens up with 1e4, and I can hear the sound. I hope you guys can. I have no idea. I will just leave it like this. He opens up with e4, and I respond with my star little one pawn move, the Caro-Kann defense. Not the French defense. That's just bad, not fun at all. We open with the Caro-Kann defense. Now, the engine is giving me an aneurysm when I play this, but I mean, this is completely okay, and it's one of my favorite things. He plays d4, all standard, d5. We play the exchange variation, a variation where I am particularly good at for playing c takes, then no, knight here is not actually the knight here, bishop g4, c3, knight c6, then he plays here, we trade, play this knight here for we can do this castle, then we break in with here with this moves. There are gonna be bishops out, not particularly like this, but kind of, which is a very the exchange variation of the Caro-Kann very easy for black to play. So I take the pawn. Obviously, he plays knight here. Here I play knight here. The positions are roughly all the same. It doesn't matter the order of the moves. Oh no, this actually is a sideline with bishop pins, and it's exactly what my opponent plays here, pinning the knight to the king, which is not the best. You can see that the engine was plus 20 plus 021 for white, and now it's just completely equal. Here I counter pin him. He tries to kick my bishop away. I happily take and develop his queen. Now knight here. Knight f6 is a common move. Now here it's a little bit wacky going knight c. I'm a little bit full from lunch, sorry. But knight c3 is very weird move. You normally want to play in the exchange positions. You want to go c3 because you try to solidify a little bit your pawn structure when black plays e6, you have a solid queen side because knight here is not particularly good. Here, let me just see, the computer wanted castles, wanted c3 or even c4 as a main advantage, because after black played e6, you simply castle and you just have a very simple game with a little bit of pressure alongside here, which looks like a queen's gambit, but I mean we don't talk about that here. So, but yeah. Well, he just plays knight here, gives a slight advantage for black. It's not like considered an advantage because it's still equal. I would say it's a little bit of an imprecision in play, but it's still totally fine. I respond with e6, very standard as well. He pins the other knight. Now this is a little bit dubious. This pin is totally fine for black, and a lot of times black wants to go here, and it's okay if we trade like this, because then we can fianchetto the bishop. But this bishop here, it's a little bit weird because we can still go a6 kicking it. If he moves back, we just get a huge lead in development. If he takes, we get an open b file and a comfortable game. Here I play bishop e7, very standard. We both castle. A thing that I didn't warn you guys, this game is a classical game that consists in 1 hour and 30 of timestamps plus 30 seconds for each move, which is a lot of time. Around here, I was like probably with like 120 minutes, something like that. This is the kind of game that I play like in rapid chess because there's not much to it. It's very simple, very straightforward. Here there haven't been a lot of tactical warfare. Here my opponent creates the first imbalance of the game with trading the bishop for the knight and opening the b file, which I want to put a rook and possibly a queen like this. That not only pressures this pawn, it also pressures that one. I honestly did not see that you could pressure this pawn with queen here, but yeah, it's a good move here. He plays rook e1, which, I mean, a lot of people tend to play rook e1, and it's kind of good. Yeah, you put your rook in a semi-open file, stuff like that. But here, I mean, I would not play rook e4. What I would probably do is try to anticipate that black would enter the b file, and I don't. The engine does not like bishop f4 because it's not that good, but it's kind of not that bad. Let me see what the engine thinks. I mean, it of course does not like it. Maybe what I would play, or maybe just put a rook here, or just, I don't know, try to make this queen a little bit useful. The queen here doesn't do anything. It can, like, you can like trade and try to come with your knight for this side, something like that. But rook e1 is not that good. Let me see, the engine wants knight a4, and knight a4 is pretty much the only thing that keeps the game equal, because you try to put your knight in this juicy c5 square, which is tasty. He plays rook e1, I play rook e8. Again, it's getting an eye on this pawn and getting the whole file to myself. Here, b3 is playing, and right then I knew that this was not the best way of playing. Maybe the best was just to play rook to b1. The engine actually prefers to play b3. I don't really know, because you get easy play on this. You get easy play on the dark squares and stuff like that. Here, let me just say that the engine wants c5 breaks, and it's also the only thing that keeps the game, this slight 0.1 advantage for black. Here I play rook b4, and even now I can see that the whole point of rook b1 is to pressure the d4 pawn. Spoiled it. I'm gonna probably put something covering it. But okay, rook here, it's a very, very weird move. I mean, to be honest, the whole point is to pressure this pawn. So here it would be way better to just play queen here and try to like pressure it, because you pressure it and it's fine. But like rook there, it just looks very, very weird. Of course, that you can also play queen c7 and double the rooks, which is fine. Here he plays rook d1, defending the pawn. Here the game's equal now. Queen to a5. Now this move, I mean, it's a little bit hard to like look at like these games from like 8 months ago and try to like say what I wanted to do, but like I don't have like the games from the tournament that I played like last weekend that were way better, but like I don't have them. So yeah, I just have to. This is all I have to show. Here he plays a4, which is a very, very weird looking move. I don't know. The engine wants queen e3, bishop e3. The engine just wants something on e3, or even a3, because it kicks the rook, and this is probably the best option because it just makes you waste the tempo. Here is a little bit odd, but I play rook d8, and he which is a normal looking move. Knight to e2, which is not bad, but I also really do not know what to. Yeah, the engine prefers 92. Here, the position now is a little bit complicated, you can argue, and it's true because despite having your pieces position, despite black having the pieces positioned in a very weird way, there is still being made a lot of pressure in the queen side, so you gotta be careful with what you do. But here, he plays correctly with 92. Here, I think we both had like maybe 50 minutes, something like that. And I choose to play c5 with the idea of breaking in the center. And you can see that for the engine that this loses the game because now white has an advantage. Let me just go back a little bit and see. The engine wanted b7 to double the rooks on the c file. The engine also liked queen c7, which doesn't make sense, but yeah, it likes that because queen a5 also is weird, and it liked to bring the rook from b to b8, which is this rook back. They all are moves that are the best moves, but they counter and they counter what I was doing. I was trying to get some pressure here. Now the thing is, there is not much pressure to be made here. The only things you can go for is this c5 break, but like, and let's see what happens. Okay, you go c5, and you may think that he takes, and we take with the bishop, but no, we go with the move bishop to d2, which is a it's not a pin. How is this called? I'm so stupid. Like wait, what is this called? Is it a it's not a fossil. It's a pin. Yeah, you pin the rook to the queen, and you will win the rook or the queen. Now, this is losing. Of course, you get it. You will be winning a piece, and it's just a very comfortable game. Here, everything that I calculated, maybe I would have seen this bishop e2 move, but you just forget that the bishop's there here sometimes, and it can go back. These retreating moves are very hard to spot, and you sometimes don't, and it just completely destroys you. Here I double my rooks with an attempt of like, say my rook here, it doesn't like that. It likes 94. Rook c8 to justify the break, or queen b6, which I don't think I think it's a waste of time. But I mean, what do I know? Rook here, I mean, it doesn't do much. It just keeps your rook in this awkward b4 square, which I thought was good, but it's not. Now it's 1.5 plus 1 for white, and the game is, yeah, it's lost. Here we do some trading. I try to with the queen pressuring this pawn, which is better. He just c4, which kind of locks the whole position. Here he wants to go for a queen trade. Of course, he is up. He is with one rook for bishop in an endgame, and that is all that you need. Here I go knight here just to try and, like, I don't know, just keep the tension. He immediately trades. I take with the bishop, and here my opponent falls for my trap. He plays rook f1, which is exactly what I wanted him to play, because now I play h5. What am I saying? Well, what am I saying is that all of these moves, I am saying that they are my trap, but the next moves are my trap. This is nothing. This is just me being a complete donut and just being stupid. But here this is this pretty much blunders the whole game because of knight takes on f2. Now what's the thing about knight takes on f2? If you immediately take with the rook, you are just losing because I take your knight, which is a very, very interesting thing, and then you're still not up a piece, but you are gonna win this rook for the bishop. I mean, even if you do this, let's say, I mean, I think even this is winning for black because you have like a passed pawn, and you come, let's just say I'm making random moves. This is a completely fine endgame where you're up a pawn, but of course nothing of this happened. None of this. I never saw that you could take this pawn while pinning the rook to the king and then take the knight. No, what I saw was knight here. Uh, the idea is technically the same. The idea is that I win a piece, or even this or this, because he cannot take the knight, which is kind of a cool move, but it fails ultimately to knight d3. And now I'm just gonna go try to speed up things a little bit because I think I'm running out of time. But yeah, he forced my pieces. I take the rook. He takes with the king, and the endgame is still winning, which is weird because I think that what happens if we're here? I mean, we have there, and yeah, he wins my bishop. Yeah, he wins my bishop. Yeah, because there's no way of saving this bishop. I target the knight. So, as I was saying, sorry, I could not film this in one go, so I had to make a pause of like 1 week. But anyways, knight g3 is played. He responds with knight d3, a move that I didn't call. If I, in this position, had seen knight takes on f2, the game would probably have been a draw, or I would have found it some way to fuck things up. But anyways, knight d3. But anyways, knight d3 is played. We have knight takes on f. Accepted my loss. Here, he even took the knight back, recapturing the rook, and he take my bishop. Here in this position, there was no defense of the bishop. I mean, I couldn't go here. I couldn't go here. I could not have done anything. I couldn't go here, pinning the knight to the rook, because then c3 would have won it. So yeah, I just took my rook back to there to try and win a pawn, but he protects. I try to, try to make some things. Here we have just some weird moves: a5, c3, king f8, just trying to hold on to it. But there was nothing I could do here. This is just some like desperate attempt to win. This was probably not the best moves. Here I maybe had a chance, but in move 37 of the game I just resigned, because even if I pushed the pawn, he would be first, and even not rook here but rook there. I would have to stop this pawn, lose this one, and this is just a complete, even sacking the pawn here is winning, and here there's just nothing I could do. I'm gonna go here, threatening to win the rook, something in the realms of these. So in move 37, where is it? H5. I resigned the game. And what can we learn from this game? We can learn that only because you fuck things up once, it doesn't mean that it's over. Of course, here I did not see that knight takes on f1, with the only winning move being knight takes on e6. Yes, I know. Not only winning move, the only move that holds the advantage would be that. Rook takes on f2 is not winning because of takes, check, and this is just a complete. And then I have a pawn up. Even attacking the rook is completely losing. Doing something like this doesn't work, and now white is completely lost in this rook endgame. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this weird way of me making videos. It is different from what I'm used to, but I think you guys will be liking it. I will be making recaps of more the other uh how much is it? Let me. The other 5 rounds. It's 6 rounds in total, and I'm going to be playing it. Not playing it. It was last year, but I'm gonna be reviewing it all with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this recap. And yeah, that's it. Just get out of here.